Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to break down the importance of injection sites when it comes to weight loss and appetite suppression, and whether rotating those injection sites actually makes a difference. I'll also talk about a study Eli Lilly conducted regarding different injection sites and their effects, as well as share my personal experience with rotating injection sites and which one worked best for me. Let's get into it. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Dr. Kevin Joseph. I'm an internal medicine physician based in upstate New York. I've lost over 140 pounds using GLP-1 therapy and various peptides, and I'm now shifting my clinical practice to focus more on cellular medicine and longevity, offering alternative therapies compared to what's typically pushed by Western medicine and big pharmaceutical companies. Mechanism of action. If you're new to Ozempic and Wegovy, or Mounjaro and Zepbound, let's quickly go over how they work. Ozempic and Wegovy are both GLP-1 agonists. Mounjaro and Zepbound, on the other hand, are dual agonists. They act on both the GLP-1 and GIP receptors. Currently, Mounjaro is only FDA approved for type 2 diabetes, while Zepbound is approved for obesity. These medications improve metabolic health in multiple ways. They stimulate insulin secretion from pancreatic beta cells in a glucose-dependent manner. They act on the hypothalamus in the brain to reduce appetite and food noise, which was honestly my biggest issue. They also reduce inflammation by acting on immune cells and lowering the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. Where to inject? If you're currently using Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound, the medication usually comes with a pamphlet listing the 3 FDA-approved injection sites. Around the belly button, either quadrant of the stomach. The upper thigh, specifically the fleshier part. The upper arm, around the tricep area. We'll compare how each site affects drug absorption speed, blood concentration, side effects. It's also recommended to rotate injection sites, but let's see if that actually matters. The study. Eli Lilly conducted a study with just 54 participants, split into 3 groups of 18, which is honestly a red flag due to the small sample size. For reference, large clinical trials often involve thousands of participants to ensure results are statistically significant. The study had 3 phases. In each phase, participants received an injection in a different location. For example, Group 1 received injections in the upper arm, then the thigh, then the abdomen. Group 2 got abdomen, arm, then thigh. Group 3 got thigh, abdomen, then arm. Each injection was 5 milligrams, and they used a 35-day washout period between doses. This is significant because the half-life of Tirzepatide is 5 days, meaning the drug clears the system in about 20 days. Waiting 35 days ensured no overlap in drug concentration from previous injections. The results. They measured the area under the curve, AUC, which tracks how much of the drug enters the bloodstream over time, from 0 to 480 hours. Abdomen, 24% absorption. Upper arm, 21%. Thigh, 22%. Injecting into the abdomen showed the quickest uptake, but only by a few percentage points. Whether or not this is clinically significant isn't clear, as the study didn't include statistical calculations for significance. They also looked at peak concentration. Abdomen, 25%. Arm, 23%. Thigh, 21%. So again, abdomen leads to slightly higher concentrations in the bloodstream. But the differences are small, and without statistical analysis, we can't say how meaningful they really are. Adverse effects. This is where it gets more interesting. Participants reported more nausea and vomiting with abdominal injections than with arm or thigh injections. They also tracked appetite suppression. Abdomen, 24% reported reduced appetite. Arm, 13%. Thigh, 5%. So, the abdomen gave the best appetite suppression, but also more side effects. My personal experience. When I first started GLP-1s, I only injected into my abdomen and saw great appetite suppression. But after reading online forums, especially on Reddit, people were saying rotating injection sites made a huge difference. At the time, I wasn't treating patients with GLP-1s yet, just doing my own journey. I figured, why not experiment? I'd been microdosing GLP-1s at 1.25 milligrams, half the typical starting dose, trying to lose as much weight as possible at the lowest effective dose. But when my appetite suppression started fading, I had two options. Increase the dose to 2.5 milligrams. Decrease the interval from every 7 days to every 5, the drug's half-life. Then I saw a post from someone who said they had better results injecting into the thigh, so I tried it. Big mistake. That week, I had zero appetite suppression. None. Not even by day 4 or 5 like before. I will say though, I had no side effects either, not even constipation, which had been my biggest issue. It was weird. No positives, no negatives. It felt like the drug wasn't doing anything. So, I counted down the days and went back to abdominal injections. Appetite suppression came back, and so did the constipation. But for me, it was worth it, because the hunger was my biggest challenge. Eventually, I started injecting every 5 days instead of 7. I might bump up to 2.5 milligrams if needed, but right now, I'm on 1.25 milligrams every 5 days and doing great. No real constipation anymore. I think my body has just adapted after being on it for over a year. Final thoughts. So what's the best injection site for weight loss? Honestly, it's going to vary from person to person. But based on the data, and my experience, the abdomen seems to offer the best drug absorption and appetite suppression. That said, it also comes with more side effects. If you're dealing with intense nausea, vomiting, or constipation, try rotating your injection site. It could help. There's a myth that using the same injection site will cause desensitization. It won't. The skin and fat are just vehicles to deliver the drug into your bloodstream. You can inject in the same spot forever, and it won't affect absorption. But again, try different sites and see what works for you. If you find a sweet spot that gives you great appetite suppression and manageable side effects, stick with it. No need to keep rotating if you're already doing well. Natural supplement that helps with mitochondrial health, which is extremely important when seeking weight loss and general well-being. I recommend that you access the website. I left the link in the video description and in the pinned comment. Help the channel by subscribing and recommending this video to more people and leaving your like. Thank you.